Day 4 of my Highlands to Alpine adventure. Today we started by heading to Oban. We stopped at Marks & Spencer to get a few snacks to take with us because we were headed on a ferry ride. We boarded the ferry, headed for the Isle of Mull. The ferry was really nice. It had good, comfortable seating and tables. After less than an hour, we made it to the Isle of Mull. From the Isle of Mull, we actually boarded a coach to take us further up the Isle so that we could catch another ferry into the Isle of Iona. That ferry from the Isle of Mull to the Isle of Iona took about 15 minutes. I expected a lot of green and mountains when I visited Scotland, but I was really surprised to see some of the sights that we've seen so far. When we arrived to the Isle of Iona, the water really looked like you were in some tropical destination. The blues and the greens of the water were just stunning. Less than 200 people live on Iona. They have a primary school, and there's currently 9 children enrolled in that school. The other children have to depart to the mainland, and they actually have to live away from home in order to finish their education. We went on a walking tour around the Isle, and we're making our way up to see the Abbey. The village is super cute. We first stopped at the nunnery. We were shown some of these little green stones that they find on the beach at the top of the Isle, and they were just gorgeous. They use them locally to make jewelry. We continued our stroll, and eventually we made it to the Abbey, and we were able to take some time to walk around, go through the Abbey, and just really enjoy the grounds by the water. For such a small isle, they have a couple of craft stores, they have a mini market, they also have some hotels and restaurants and a pub, of course, on the Isle. They also have the cutest little post office. I walked back through the village and made my way to the beach area. I was surprised to see a sandy beach, so I enjoyed some time by the water, and eventually I made my way in. The Isle was stunning, and I definitely enjoyed visiting. They do have hotels on the Isle so that you can stay here. We then started our journey back. We had 2 ferries, of course, to get back to Oban. Once we arrived back in Oban, then it was our final night stay and dinner at the Loch Melfort Hotel. Really enjoyed that hotel, so I was sad to leave it. Like and follow to see where I'm headed tomorrow. For more details, make sure to visit my blog at awaywithheidi.com. You can also learn how to join me on a future tour by visiting my tours page. Cheers!